y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a story that I want to share with you about the Burning Man. If you don't know the real, if you don't know about Burning Man, I suggest you research it. It is not what they are talking about on the internet. I'll just say that. It's a very hedonistic event, and it has a long history of being that way. So when they talk about it and they just act like it's a music festival, it's more than a music festival. It is almost like Babylon was back in the days. They burn um, idols and worship stuff and dance naked and have orgies, and it's a wild, wild, wild event. So um, again, when I say hedonistic, everything that goes with hedonism is included in that. So the fact that a bunch of rain fell on this place is very interesting. Also interesting that is that the people were trapped, and I've heard a couple of different things about it. Um, I don't. I gotta tread lightly with this, but make sure you just do some research. Go on X. There are a lot of videos on YouTube, different perspectives, but some people were saying that they were trapped. They couldn't get out, and there's like no explanation as to why those people couldn't leave. But I have been hearing some other whispers that this was a test. I'll just say that. This is only a test. Lots of testing happening, lots of testing happening here. All right, so it says roads out of Burning Man might reopen today for tens of thousands still trapped after intense rain left the festival site smothered in mud. So, as you can see, people were trying to leave this festival but could not because they wouldn't let them out. Just interesting. Anywho, it says roads out of the Burning Man Festival could reopen Monday for the estimated 72,000 people trapped for a third day in the Nevada desert after heavy rains smothered the grounds with ankle deep mud too thick to drive on. Look at y'all, maybe. Roads leading in and out of the Black Rock City event were closed Saturday, and event organizers imposed shelter-in-place orders. Now, that was interesting. Attendees were told to conserve food, water, and fuel after the deluge made it virtually impossible for vehicles to drive on the surface, authorities said. The remote area in northwest Nevada was hit with 2 or 3 months worth of rain, up to zero point 0.8 inches in just 24 hours between Friday and Saturday. Sabbath, you see that? About 72,000 people remain on site, according to a Sunday night update from Burning Man organizers. The week long festival is scheduled to end Monday, but it's unclear exactly when attendees will be allowed to drive out of the area. Gate Road remains too wet and muddy for most vehicles to safely navigate out of BRC this morning, but it's drying, Burning Man organizers said Monday on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. Listen at this. The Exodus could begin around noon Monday, the organizer said. We will update you again in the next few hours. I find it interesting that they use the word Exodus with Burning Man. It's just so much here I could say, but I can't say because I'm on this platform that don't let you say nothing. So we're gonna keep it 100, and y'all need to learn how to read between the lines. We're all on the same page. We family here, and so you understand what's happening. Okay. Whoever wrote this, they know what they're doing. Sunny and dry conditions over western Nevada on Monday will allow significant improvement to the muddy conditions at the Burning Man Festival, CNN meteorologist Dave Hennon said. The high temperature is expected to reach about 75 degrees. Diplo and Chris Rock trudge, then hitchhike. Some have already left the site by plodding through the thick mud, but most of the RVs are stuck in place. Pershing County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Nathan Carmichael said Sunday. Each step felt like we were walking with two big cinder blocks on our feet, said Amar Singh Dugal, who managed to leave the festival with his friends after hiking about 2 miles in the mud. Among those who trekked through the sludge was DJ Diplo, who spent hours hiking in the mud to get to his concert hours later in Washington, D.C. I have some pretty strong legs after that walk, Diplo told CNN on Monday morning. He credited duct tape and good boots that were like 3 pounds each at one point, uh, helping him walk miles. Then a fan offered Diplo, whose real name is Thomas Wesley Pence, and comedian Chris Rock a ride. Some kid recognized me on the road and said, "Hey, I'll give you a ride for the next 2 miles." And of course, we gladly took it, Diplo said. He said he's thanking the awesome young man with admission to shows. The symbolic bonfire gets rescheduled. The burning of the man, a huge totem set on fire at the festival's culmination, was rescheduled from Sunday night to Monday because of the poor weather, organizers said Sunday evening. So you see how they out there be burning stuff, this worshiping altars, worshiping idols. A death at the festival on Friday was unrelated to the weather, Burning Man organizers said Sunday night. Our emergencies department reached a call for service extremely quickly for a male, approximately 40 years old, and could not resuscitate the patient, organizers said, without giving any further details. Pershing County Sheriff's Office said it was investigating the death. Resources have been brought in from around northern Nevada to help people with medical needs on the event grounds, the sheriff said. Organizers also got four-wheeled vehicles and all-terrain tires to help transport people with medical and other urgent needs. Black Rock City, a temporary metropolis erected annually for the festival, comes complete with emergency, safety, and sanitary infrastructure. We have done tabletop drills for events like this, festival organizers said. We are engaged full time on all aspects of safety and looking ahead to our exodus as our next priority. While some attendees adapt, others are beside themselves. Festival goers, accustomed to braving the Nevada's extreme heat, have instead contended with rain and mud, rationing supplies, and dealing with connectivity issues. As roads in and out remain closed, attendees were stepping up and offering food and shelter to those who need it. Festival goer Gillian Bergeron told CNN on Sunday. Most of the folks out there that go out somewhat regularly, they certainly made the best of it. It's a great community of people where it's a great community. People were helping each other, offering food and water and shelter to those who needed it. If anything, I think it probably made the core community stronger. Another attendee stuck at the Burning Man, Andrew Hyde, said the weather has taken the meaning of the event back to its roots. You come out here to be in harsh climate and you prepare for that, Hyde told CNN on Saturday. Burning Man also described high morale among attendees who were sharing resources. There is music playing, camp meals being shared, socializing, and walking around the plaza. to look at art and interact as a community. But anyway, this story is very interesting because, um, it really does not go into the purpose of Burning Man. Burning Man is not what they portray it to be. They're portraying this to be like some type of good, nice festival when it really isn't. It's really a hedonistic event that was rained out. I've been hearing that they have been doing some stuff out there. That's why people are trapped. And these people didn't have phone signals. They are going to be loaded with something, and then they're going to be allowed to go back to their respective communities. And then when they hit this switch on October the 4th, they're going to be spreading the things. Um, it's just an interesting time to be alive. I would keep an eye out on this story because I really do think there's more to it. Now, I can't understand why you're going to keep people locked in if people have means to leave. I know the roads are bad, but why aren't you getting roads cleaned up? The other thing that I want to bring to your attention is before I end the story is you see how people who walk, who do the non-traditional thing. This is the second story that I've brought to you about how the people who were stuck in traffic stayed in their cars, but people who walked and left, who made the extra effort to walk and leave, were able to get away. This is going to be a theme for you, especially if you live in a city, if you're in a place where a bunch of people are, or just if there's disaster. The first thing for people to do is to get in their cars and leave. If you find that you are unable to get into your vehicle and leave, or if you get stuck in your vehicle, you need to have a go bag and you need to be ready to hike. And you need to have stuff in that go bag that leaves you prepared to get you behind down the road. Like these people had to walk 2 miles, which really isn't no long way if you are accustomed to running or walking. Now, if you out of shape and you've never walked 2 miles, you're gonna have a problem. But if you have walked and you're prepared, you got comfortable shoes, or even if you got to do it barefoot or in socks, you should be prepared to foot it for a period of time. You should have things that you can hydrate with in your bag. You should have all sorts of things. I got duct tape. I got um, Leatherman. I have all sorts of things that I don't know why, but I do. I just have those things because I be thinking if I have to hike, if I need to walk, I have dry socks, I have extra underwear. Um, because hey, you might be walking a long time and your underwear might get crunchy. You might got to take them jokers off and put you on some fresh ones so you can keep getting it. Just saying. Socks. If you walking in your socks, or like these people were walking in muddy socks, after a certain point, you can't walk in those anymore. So you need to change them. Or you may need some duct tape like Diplo had, so you can duct tape the top part of your boots to your legs or to your pants so that you can not get any mud in your stuff. Like, I mean, you really got to be thinking about stuff like this, sadly. But I mean, this is the time that we're living in. If you're going to endure to the end, you got to have endure to the end mindset, mentality, because you could face natural disasters, you could be facing man-made disasters, um, and it could be something as simple as you need to ditch your car and walk. If you can walk, hey, you might live, you might get out. But look at these people who want to leave and cannot leave. So they're like literally stuck in their vehicles on this road. Same thing that happened to the people in Maui. People were stuck in their cars. How many people were lost their lives because they did not get out of their cars because they trusted in the vehicles and followed the sheep instead of doing the non-traditional thing and being the outlier. Don't be afraid to be an outlier. Don't be afraid to do what the masses are not doing and leaving people behind or stuff behind. You know, like I ain't leaving my car. Honey, pull that car. Get your go bag out the back and get to bucking and bending it, because you cannot depend on these systems to assist you. You know, it's like where is emergency management services? Where's the bulldozers to get the mud off the road so that people can leave? Like there's no support, no systems in place. And so people are stuck, although they were going to be there anyway. If they went, they should have been prepared to stay. But hey, if you go and you thinking it's just gonna be sunny and just regular light rain and not 3 months worth of rain in 24 hours that won't allow the ground to absorb it quick enough so it just turns into mud, you want to leave but you can't because they closed the roads. Like who does that? 72,000 people, like that's a whole city, that's a county of people. So, understand where we are in the big scheme of things, and you should be preparing to take care of yourself in the event something bad happens. That's all that's my takeaway. Be prepared to take care of yourself in the event that something happens, because people are taking these trips and going places and doing stuff thinking like we are in 2004. Honey, this is 2023. We all in danger. You need to be careful when you get in the airplane. You need to be careful when you get on the road. You need to be careful if you got an electric car. You definitely need to be extra extra careful. um you need to be careful. Everything we do now, we need to be thinking, hypothetically, or we need to have a risk management state of mind at all times. Everywhere I go, I need to be prepared. And I'm just thinking about something that Watchman Nehemiah used to say all the time. He's like, I keep everything with me. I got this bag here. I got this there. I'm ready. Like he's always ready. That's that military, preparedness mindset. I don't have a military background, but I just have a risk management background from working in business and having been in management for some time. So, I keep a mindset, well, I need to be prepared for this. I need to have this. I need to have that. And, people often look at me like I'm over prepared, but then they ask me for something and I got it. And it's like, how did you know to have that? It's because I'm always ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. This weekend I went to a family reunion slash friends and family event, and I had chairs. I pack like I go to the beach, and so when I go to the beach, I usually go for hours, and I have everything. I usually go and I just make a day of it. So I have food, I have drinks, I have napkins, hand sanitizer, toilet seat covers, sunscreen, a cup for my wine that's covered so sand won't get in it. You name it, I got it. A bottle opener, so if I need to open a bottle of wine, I can. If I need to open a bottle of beer, I can. I have uh, just a little can opener that I keep, a bottle opener. But just those types of things, they're not a lot of things. It's not big things, but it's just stuff that makes being out nicer if you just prepare in advance. And I just keep those things in a bag. So I transitioned my beach bag, because I no longer live close to the beach, to just a outing bag. So if I know if I'm going out and I'm going to be out amongst people or whatever, so I have that. So one of my old friends was like, "What do you have?" And I didn't have a lot of stuff, but I had a chair, I had a little tiny purse, but I had a bag. And he was like, "What do you have?" I was like, "I have my stuff that I need. I have this and this and this." And he was just looking at me like, I'm impressed. And I was like, this is my old beach stuff, but I transitioned it to a travel bag, like a comfort bag. But I always travel like that because I just don't like to be without things that don't really make any sense for me to be without when I could just take the time to have them. And he just really was impressed. He was like, I never knew you were so organized. But I was, I just as I've got older, I just changed. And when I say changed, back in the day, I was really organized because I used to party a lot. And I won't say party. I I hosted lots of parties, big parties. And we used to have shift break parties because I used to work in manufacturing. People used to come to my parties and they loved coming to them because I thought of everything. It wasn't nothing, you didn't come out. I had food, I had everything organized. You just had a good time. You could just sit down and relax. You could eat as much as you wanted to, drink as much as you wanted to, chill out. If you were drunk, I took your keys and I had covers for everybody so you had to sleep on the floor. Like I was the hostess with the mostest back in the day. But as my kids got older and I got older and I changed careers, and so I had to start being professional, and so my life changed. But I just never I always had that natural gifting of being ready for all sorts of things and accommodating lots of people. So that's just a natural gifting that I have. I know everybody don't have that, and some people don't want it, but I teach risk management and preparedness because it is better to be prepared and need it and have it than to, you know, not have it and need it. It just makes no sense. When you have downtime, prepare. So get them go bags together. Put you some duct tape in there. If you don't have duct tape, I got duct tape in my bag. I got rope in my bag. I got zip ties in my bag. Knives. Um, just all kinds of stuff. Cups. Um, Dehydrated Gatorade. I don't know. I might have to drink it because I might be out in the sun and getting a little weak. So I might need me some electrolytes. Honey, I don't know what I'm going to need. But I know one thing, I'm going to be ready. I got me some underwear and some socks because I might have to sleep outside. And I may not be able to wash what I have. So I may have to just trash what I got and keep pushing. Think about preparedness, down to if you got to abandon your car or if you have to leave someplace and you got to leave walking. This is why you need to keep a go bag with you at all times. And this is the second story in the last few weeks where people have had to walk out to escape, and those who were in cars could not escape. So keep that in mind as you are walking around here all willy nilly, not thinking about your future, because people out here are struggling and stuck. Don't be one of those people. All right, y'all, this is Marley K. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. Consider following me on Rumble and Odyssey. Links are in the description. Hit that bell notification so that when I upload new content, you will be notified. Links are also in the description for social media, Facebook and Instagram. I do not post to those sites regularly because I do not use social media that way, although I probably should. I do not. But if I am ever um, yeeted from this platform, that is how I will communicate with you. All right, y'all, please stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High. Repent for your sins of commission and sins of omission. Pray for the awakening. Pray our brothers and sisters wake up because things are happening all around us. And it seems like Esau is getting in a whole lot of trouble. But as Esau's troubles grow, so will ours because they will redirect their anger towards us. So we must be ready at all times for any and everything. Um, Keep watch, people. Things are happening really fast. All right, this is Marley K, y'all, and I am out.